I tell you what, I think the big question coming in, Ike, is whether this team can run the table and remain undefeated through the course of the regular season. But even at 11-0 and losing Dupree in this one, I don't see any way that happens.
So you lost 2 first-round impactful guys on defense. You lost Devin Bush earlier this season, and now you're losing Bud Dupree, both on first-rounders. And what made Bud Dupree so special so far was you just couldn't tee off on T.J. Watt because you had to deal with Bud Dupree. So whichever week it was, whichever game plan it was, Bud Dupree will ball out, and we all know what T.J. Watt do. And that was vice versa. Now you got Devin Bush and Bud Dupree. What Bud Dupree did, he set the tone in the run game for the edge. And I love T.J. Watt, but we all know T.J. Watt want to get his sacks. And what Bud Dupree brought to the table was a sense of balance. You know, I can also rush the quarterback, but at the same time, I'm not going to let you run to my side, so say. And if you watch tape last night, that's what happened with TJ. They was letting TJ run free, letting the guards pull, letting the tight ends get up into the linebackers because they knew how aggressive TJ Watt was trying to get to the pass rusher. The balance that Bud brings is it's a patient balance. And as an edge rusher, you love your stats. You love getting your sacks. You love doing your dances. But you got to do something. You got to have a want to in doing something that's not concerning your stats or your major abilities, and that's stopping the run. And that's what Bud did well. Bud came into his own last year. You know, even though he's a first-round draft pick and he was drafted a year before T.J. Watt, you know, it was a lot of speculation on Bud not playing up to Bud potential and how he's playing now. The last 2 years, Bud been balling. You know what I'm saying? And he's taking ownership on being a professional, training with T.J. Watt and his family, and you can just see the camaraderie between the two. You know what I'm saying? So now, game planning as an offensive coordinator, like I said earlier, you just can't tee off on T.J. because you got to deal with Bud. You know what I'm saying? So now, that blind side tackle had to be on their P's and Q's, had to know Bud wasn't playing any games on that side. And it's just sad to see because it's his contract year. You know, like Bud signed his franchise extension for that tag, but man, it's like going into the off season. It's like, dang, man, like I didn't put everything I needed to put in. My last 2 years, I've been balling. Now in this game, a game which is very meaningful on both sides, a divisional game, a rivalry game, I wound up getting hurt. And the accident didn't look that bad. It was just like a little freak accident. And going into the offseason, I know it's going to suck, but I know Bud will get to his rehab and he'll find a way. And it's going to hurt the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's going to hurt the Pittsburgh Steelers is because, like I say, you're missing 2 first-round draft picks on that defense.